Hi, my name's Amanda Easton. I'm a performer, singer-songwriter from Sydney, Australia. I make retro-inspired theatrical electronic pop. But when I'm not doing my own music, I do
Cabaret,
cover band gigs, solo gigs, tribute shows, recording sessions. Welcome to my Circle of Life vlog.
But I'll be watching you from here.
Hi there, how are you going? I hope you're coping okay in this crazy world. So it's been exactly a week that my family have been in complete lockdown, and we decided to do that because we have asthma in our family, but also because I think it's actually the right thing to do. And, you know, we're doing all right. I don't want to downplay the suffering people are going through, but I did want to make this about happy things because I think you can get doom and gloom everywhere at the moment. And I know a lot of us have decided to block a lot of the news because it's only making us feel really bad, and it doesn't mean we can necessarily do anything to help. So I've done the same thing. I get the catch-ups, like a daily catch-up on the news, but apart from that, I'm trying to avoid it and keep in touch with the people I love and care about. And so here comes the happy things. I'm really happy that I've got a patch of sky that you can see above me in this little office because I'm spending more time here than ever. And I feel like I'm connected to the outside world because of the technology and because of that little patch of sky. The technology I've been loving. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a bit of a computer nerd, and I used to work for Microsoft, so I think that's where that started. It's actually funny because I was thinking back, how did I become a computer nerd? And I realised I got that job at Microsoft in the marketing department. So actually my job was a corporate writer. So my background, I did a journalism degree and I was a writer, not actually a marketer. But hi, John Payne, I get to see you. I'm glad the time was probably a little bit friendlier for you this time. So I got this job at Microsoft as a corporate writer, but obviously I had to write about computers, and I had no background in computers at all. And the guy who was my boss actually said to me, okay, I can see we need to do a little bit of work on your computer knowledge. Basically, let's start here. If it's hardware, it's something that you can kick, and if it's software, you can't. That's how basic my computer knowledge was. But I turned into a nerd pretty much overnight working for Microsoft, and I love technology now. And I am so grateful that we have 3 laptops in the house because my little son is now on one of them doing his online schooling, and I'm so impressed. The school has been amazing, even though there's some kids that still are physically there, like the kids of emergency and health workers that really don't have much of a choice. Most people are at home and they're doing live chats with the teacher. My son's having a lovely time. He's recently just got his own desk in his bedroom, and he's set up his own little classroom there. He's got his headphones on, and he's doing things like, hi, Sarah, so nice to see you in the Philippines. He's really enjoying being online with his friends. Hi, from Canada as well. Well, we've got the whole world here. It's so lovely. And so my son's on the laptop looking at his friends and his teachers, because some of this is done live through Zoom, some of the classroom stuff they're doing. And he's doing things like grabbing our cat. Hey, Smokes! And showing his friends his cat, you know, maybe some of the friends that he's not best friends with us, I haven't been to our house, and he's like seeing other people's bedrooms, and kids, right? They're resilient and they take to it, and I've loved the way he's dealt with this whole being stuck in the house thing. He's loving it. We're actually all loving it because we're seeing each other more often, but we've still got our own spaces so that we don't, have to live completely on top of each other. And the weird thing is, though, my husband teaches guitar and he's moved it all online. And so now my son is got his little online classroom happen. So you've got to be aware that there's open portals to the world in your house, and you can't necessarily walk around in your underwear. Well, you could, but it might not be, what the person at the other end of the computer is expecting or wanting to see. So that's been interesting. something else I've loved is we have just quite a small backyard in our house. You know, we live in a terrace house in the inner west, so you don't have a lot of space necessarily, but it's a patch of grass and a little bit of deck, and, you know, there's room for a table and chairs, there's room for a little game of badminton, and I've appreciated that little backyard more than ever because, hi Debbie, how are you? Nice to see you. The only time that I've gone outside in the last week is either to the backyard, and that's often to play family badminton or just to get some fresh air. Or yesterday I went to our mailbox at the front of the house, and it was really weird because I hadn't been outside. It felt really naughty, like, oh, I couldn't really see any people up and down the street anyway. It was all quite quiet. And we're not actually officially in lockdown in this country. We're only at level 2 as far as I know. But, you know, if you didn't catch that earlier, my family have put ourselves on full lockdown for a week now. And I loved it. Being in the backyard yesterday, a lot of other houses can see into our backyard and vice versa. And so I could wave to the neighbours and say g'day from a safe distance. And I really, really loved that. I really appreciated that. You know, having more time to do things has been great because I've been spending more time on my piano. You know, I've been a singer for a long time and I always try and improve those skills, but my piano skills, even though I played when I was a kid, I kind of let it go and only picked it up in the last few years. So, you know, I need a lot of work on my piano skills, and having some time to do that stuff has been lovely. And you don't realise, you know, I do a gig and the gig itself will be 3 hours, but often I'll need to be there to sound check 2 or 3 hours before. And then, you know, by the time the whole night's done, it's pretty much an 8-hour job like everybody else, especially by the time I get there and come home. And there's the rehearsing the material in my own home, or perhaps another rehearsal as well. There's getting the costumes ready. There's all the time that it takes just to do one gig. It's amazing getting that time back. Hi, John. John says, I wish we could understand their schoolwork. Never too old to learn. Totally. I'm expecting Joey to teach me quite a few things, and I'm looking forward to that. It actually feels like a privilege, going back to the school topic, that I can hear him in his bedroom, you know, talking to the teacher and talking to other kids. And it feels like, you know, it's almost like I'm sitting in the classroom, but no one's really paying any attention to me, which is what you want. So it's overhearing the way he interacts with the students when you're not there, even though you're kind of there. I love it. And so, yeah, the extra time thing has been, you know, if you've just joined us, I'm not living in a bubble. Well, I kind of am, but I'm trying to focus on positive things. I know it's really easy to see only doom and gloom around us. And so I'm thinking of all the really happy things that I'm experiencing, and I hope you are as well, while you're either in lockdown or you're at least living in a world that looks quite dramatically different than it probably did 2 weeks ago. And with the technology thing, one thing I'm excited about today is I'm going to a party. Now, don't get me wrong, the party's going to be in my kitchen and it's going to be through WhatsApp. A couple of my girlfriends and I have decided we need a bit of time together, and because we can't have it physically, we're going to do it through WhatsApp. WhatsApp allows 4 people to video chat for free, and I haven't tried it yet, mind you, but that's what the internet told me. And so we're going to try that, and we're going to, hi, another Filipino. Hi, how are you going? McCoy. How are you? Very nice to see you. So we're going to try a little party in the kitchen. I guess everyone will be in their respective kitchens. I've got a bottle of champagne, which is one of my favourite drinks. And we're literally going to have a party. And, you know, the positive of it, I don't need to share that bottle with anybody. So I'm hoping to do that with a lot of my friends over this coming time that we're not able to go out and see each other. I think you can still get a lot out of those chats. You can't physically touch, you can't hug, but you can tell your stories, and you can still drink together separately. And I'm excited about the idea and so grateful for the technology that we have. Food. I don't know what it is about being stuck inside, but I'm eating more than I should, which is not necessarily a positive thing, but I'm eating really well and I'm cooking more because I've got the time. I'm really grateful for different food items that normally I wouldn't give a second thought, because we are on kind of rations here. Really, we have the most amazing food in Australia at all times. We have really fresh food that, you know, is mostly grown in Australia, and I've always been grateful about that. But some things that I have taken for granted, and now I can't necessarily get. And if I do manage to find something, we're doing all online kind of food delivering, then I'm so excited about it. And it was funny, about this time last week when I was actually out in the world and I decided to do the last physical shop before we shut ourselves in. And apart from all the obvious stuff like the fruit and vegetables and I guess the bread and the flour and the whatever else that I could get, that I bought, I was thinking it's a bit like that desert island thing. If you could only take a few things with you, what would you take? And this is my mind for you. And I'm not suggesting this is practical or good, but I thought butter. I can't do without butter, like proper good creamy dairy butter. I thought butter, and then I went, oh, chocolate, obviously, and then Bailey's Irish cream. So I don't think my diet would be too healthy if it only consisted of those three things, but they're the things that jumped into my mind straight away. So I went and bought those things. You know, I'm stocked up with those things, so we're going to be fine. And, you know, the extra time to be creative has been really good, apart from practicing the piano and doing the usual kind of singing warm-ups that I normally do. I've been sticking my head right into my video editing, which is something that, you know, I've liked for a lot of years. I find for me it's creating a world from scratch, a little bit like writing a song. I'm creating a world, a visual world from scratch, and it's almost like I'm the puppet master. So I've got all this footage and I can cut it up and create the story that I want. It must be like being a reality TV editor. They've got reality in front of them and they film everything and then they cut it up and make a completely different story out of it. So I'm doing that. But it's okay because I'm doing it to my own story and I'm not actually sticking my head into other people's lives and changing it. So I've been really, you know, spending more time on my video editing, because that's the thing with video editing. It's extremely time consuming, and having a bit of time up my sleeve has been a good thing in that regard. So keep an eye out, because I'm on the finishing touches, which sometimes can take a lot longer than you think, but I'm on the finishing touches from one of the songs from my previous mini album, Polaroids Postcards. The song is Letter to a Small Boy, and I've almost finished the edit. So I'm going to, if you're on the email list, I'll post it there first and it'll be up on YouTube, but I'll also post it here on Facebook. And please jump on my mailing list if you're not already on it. I send out a free music bundle as a welcome present, and all the news goes there first. And, you know, it's already feeling like a nice community where I can talk to people and have little conversations, as is Facebook, which I'm also very grateful for at the moment. So please just go to amandaeaston.com, and there's a little link will pop up straight away and you can join the mailing list there, or also on this Facebook page. If you go to the page, you'll see a link at the top. But it's so lovely being able to see you and talk to you, and please send me messages either here or anywhere you like. It's cosmic, absolutely. What else did I need to talk about? I think that's about all. Okay, one more happy thing. It's really nice witnessing the extra kindness that I think does exist at the moment. Little things like notes in the mailbox saying, if anyone's having trouble with food or anything else, you know, give me a hand, just from kind neighbours. And I've always loved my street and my neighbours, but you know, we're only talking about happy things today, so I know that there are other sides of human nature we're seeing at the moment, but the lovely kindness and compassion that we're seeing from people is really heartwarming at the moment. And I'm feeling more connected to people, even if I don't necessarily know them, all around the world, because we are in this together. Anyway, I have been really pleased to see you here. Thank you so much, and I hope things are going to go better than we expect, and let's keep in touch. I'll see you soon. All the best. Bye.
If I could teach you all the secrets that I've learned about the world, I would. And I would show you only goodness in the world, if I could. But don't be frightened of pain. We need it like the rain. It's there to help us to the other side. It's the times that are the hardest at first that can mean the most and make it all worthwhile. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can't put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. You were born with such a handsome face, but that can't replace compassion and kindness. Make sure you look for all the beauty in the world around you, and inside people too. They'll give it back to you, and they're really all that matters in the end. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can't put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. Might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can't put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. But I'll be watching